I've never seen a team bottle it as much as these did. 13 games unbeaten, then we lose to the two of the worst teams in the league. What is up, guys and girls, and welcome back to my channel for another episode of Beginner to Winner Review. A save that I'm actually playing on my Twitch channel, but only reviewing on my YouTube channel. There will be some other good stuff on my YouTube channel from Football Manager 20, some experiments. I might even do a little other save if I get a chance to do it, but this just seems like the best way to do it, because last season I was playing the game matches on the channel and all that, and it seems to be sort of dying out. People just like to see what's gone on and the results and the signings and all that sort of stuff. You know, the admin stuff. So I'm going to try that out with this series and see how that works. And if it doesn't, then maybe I'll go back to the way we were doing it last season or last FM with the actual games and highlights and all that sort of stuff. But we're giving it a go with this way. So we're just reviewing this on my channel and we're playing the actual save on Twitch. The reason we're starting on this page is because I didn't want to give away what happened in our second season. It was kind of big and frustrating and annoying all at once, but we'll get to that as we come to the end of the season. If you haven't seen my Twitch channel and you haven't seen season 1, go back and watch that first, because it was only half a season, but it was quite important to what we're doing. So you're missing out a lot, because we haven't actually brought anyone else in this season. We've not done anything with the team really this season. The only strengthening we've done was done last season, and that's when we just brought in as many free transfers as we could. We couldn't bring in anyone who wanted a transfer fee. We couldn't bring in anyone who wanted a decent wage. I think, you know, our top players on £50 a week or something like that is something ridiculous. So that is where we're at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at this season, our season 2 matches as it went for the season. Now this season's quite a short season. All seasons in this league are only 26 games, so we do need to sort of, you know, pad it out a little bit. They're only going to be fairly short reviews. The idea was to do 2 or 3 videos per season, but it just doesn't really work when there's only 26 games a season. So maybe when we get to a team where there's more games a season, we might, you know, look at making 2 or 3 more videos. But I think 1 video is plenty for a season in the Swedish Norra Gotaland, North Gotaland, as it says there. It's Norra in most other things, but North Gotaland, yeah. Second Division. So we kicked off our campaign at home with a 1-0 loss to Husqvarna FF, with Emil Erslom making sure we got nothing in our opening game at home, which sucked a little bit because we all want to get off to a good start, don't we? Our fortunes carried on as we went away to Grebbestad's IF, with Anton Henriksson making sure we left their ground with 0 points as well. And then it looked like we were going to have a bit of an upturn in fortunes after we beat Norrvärmlands. And Norrvärmlands are a pretty good side. They're actually one of the top sides in the league. And we beat them 5-1. We were at home, but still 5-1. We went 2-0 up before they even scored. Carlson equalising after a Catenacci and fake Wendell goal. If you don't know what fake Wendell is, you're missing out on the old Twitch channel. Joel Weddinall, his real name is, and I called him Wendell for short, and someone said, "Is it that Wendell?" I was like, "No," and then we called him Fake Wendell. So he's Fake Wendell. And then Vekic scoring a brace and Damalajaj scoring on the 57th minute to make sure we went out 5-1 winners. So we thought, oh yeah, you know, big side, we're probably taking some scalp there, upturning fortunes. No. Then we go and get absolutely battered by AFK Linkoping 4-1, and we didn't even score our own goal. We didn't even score our goal. They scored our goal for us. They must have felt sorry for me. It's like, oh, you know, they've just won a game. They're all up in the air thinking they're all good and all that, and then this happens. 91 attendance. That's crazy. 91 attendance. What did we get for this one? 186, nearly twice at home. Okay, and we got beat 4-1 by these guys. So obviously April wasn't a good month to shout about. Then we went and played IFK Tidaholm at home at the Vanasborgs. 196 attendance. I think we're going to keep an eye on the attendance now, because it does seem to be going up slightly. Just under 200 people at the Vanasborgs. And Josh Weddinall, or Fake Wendell, as we like to call him, scored a brace and made sure we took the points with us. And then we played Syrianski IF away and lost 1-0. Linus Lamu scoring to deny us any points there. Then we played Matala AIF at home, 2-0 win. Bowman and Vekic both scoring within, 3 minutes? Sorry, I'm not very good at maths. 2 early goals in that game saw us run out 2-0 winners at home. Then we went and played Vimmerby IF away and managed to get a draw. Fake Wendell scoring a hat-trick this time to rescue some points for us. Although it wasn't to rescue points for us because, as you can see by the times, we were 3-1 up and we collapsed, conceding 2 goals late on in the game. So it was all on us. Things just weren't going right, and I think that was down to the dynamics at the time. The dynamics were a bit, as you can see, the results at the minute are stuttered. Then we're not putting any sort of form together. In fact, this bit that we're going over now is probably the best bit of form we had this season, which isn't great. Also, ignore where it says third in the Swedish Division, Norra Gotaland, because that's the third season so far. We're only like a few games into the third season, so ignore that for now, because I've just noticed it says there. I didn't want to give anything away, but it does say that there. That is actually the third in the season we're still playing. As you can see, that's not the end of the season. That's the new season. So completely ignore that if you did notice it. If you didn't, then ignore that I've just said it, and then pretend it never happened. So anyway, Vimmersby 3-3 draw, not great. I mean, it was away, but the collapse was disappointing. IFK and Mal, another draw, 0-0 this time. We kept a clean sheet, which is good, but we were at home, so we would expect more. 0-0. By this point, the board were on our backs. It looked like it was going to be another season like last. We were going to be stuck in a relegation battle and all that. It was not looking good. So they were saying, I think we actually called into a meeting after this game, and they said, we're not happy with the way things are going. Tell us why we shouldn't get rid of you. So I said, please don't get rid of me. I'll do anything you want. Anything. With dead eyes like that. Yeah, they said, let's make sure our next meeting's not in the same vein as this one. And then went to IK Galthoid. Galthoid? They sound like a body part, don't they? And another draw. The worst thing about this is we went 1-0 up. They equalised just before half time. Early on in the second half, Kylex got sent off in the 65th minute, and we still couldn't do anything. We still couldn't score. That sucked a little bit. So yeah, another draw, followed by a loss. Now things are really getting serious. Now I'm thinking we're going to get sacked. We're definitely going to get sacked here. Lidderking's FK, Johan Carlson scoring a goal in the 24th minute to cause us another loss. Until this, we had a 3-match streak without losing, and we didn't win either. We just drew, right? So then we went away to Vargada, and we beat them 3-1. Another hat-trick from Fake Wendell. And Najafi scoring on the 25th minute, which was an equaliser, but wasn't enough to do anything serious. And then we went away to Husqvarna, who we lost 1-0 to at home, and battered them 3-1. So yeah, a 3-1 win away at Husqvarna. So as you can see, we're starting to get a little bit more into the role of it now. As July started, Carl runs IF at home, 1-0. Hampus Bowman scoring. Grebbestad's IF, who we also lost to away, 1-0. We beat 3-0 at home. Fake Wendell, Rami Haddad and Vekic scoring basically the final minute of the game, seeing us run out 3-0 winners. Then went away to Nordvarmlands and managed a 1-1 draw. Fake Wendell scoring again. The guy's on the form of his life. Then AFK Linkoping at home. Wendell again, Haddad again, McDessie again. Some of our players actually scoring multiple goals, which is pretty good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games unbeaten. But wait, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. 6 games unbeaten turns into 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Unlucky for some, not for us. So, IFK Tidaholm, a 1-0 win. Rami Haddad scoring in the 63rd minute, 10 minutes after Max Aronson was sent off. Syrianski, a 5-1 home win. Fake Wendell scoring. Victor Volta Strandler, a young lad. Hampus Bowman. Bengtsson, another young lad. and an own goal on a pear tree, making Nabil Osman's goal obsolete. Doesn't even count, doesn't matter. Vimmerby played a home game against Vimmerby, drew 1-1. They had a player sent off, and it went, as everyone knows, when in Football Manager, when a player is sent off for the opposition, your team plays the worst football they've ever played, because that's how it works, isn't it? So we went 1-0 down, then we equalised on the 38th minute, finished half time, no problem. Player gets sent off on the opposition team, 63rd minute, still got half hour to play, do nothing. That's how it works in Football Manager, especially at home as well. Matala away, 2-0 win, Rami Haddad and Palanda both scoring to make sure we take the points back to the Vanasborgs. Attendance 157 there. We're going to have to keep an eye on these attendances. FK, IFK and Mal, 3-0 away win. Rami Haddad, Damalajaj and Makdessi scoring. Damalajaj was sent off on the 88th minute, but that was too late for them to do anything anyway. Then we played Gulthoid at home, a 0-0 draw. Nothing to see here, apart from a yellow card from Catenacci. And then Lidekopings, FK, an away win, 2-1, Makdessi and Fake Wendell scoring, making Nicola's consolation goal worthless, basically. At this point in the league, we found ourselves first place. After 13 games unbeaten, we were first place. Wicked, right? So we were first place, and we had 2 games left. One game was against Carl's Runs, IF, who at the time were, I believe, 7th, and we lost 1-0. It was okay because the team who were trying to get first place as well also lost, so we were still top. But the team behind them won, which meant they were only 1 point behind us, or something like that. I'm just trying to remember now. We'll go to the league after. And then, so we were still top at this point, remember? There's 1 promotion place and 1 playoff place, because they do their playoffs not against teams in this league, but in other divisions in the second division, if you know what I mean. So this is North, and I think there's South and all that, and they do it that way. Okay, so we had to win this game to stay top, the next game, the final game of the season, and we didn't. This team, Vargada, were 1 point off getting relegated. If they had lost this game, they would have got relegated. If we had won this game, we would have got promoted. Obviously, we lost. Absolute shower of shite, this game. Absolute jokes. So we lost. So there we are, hoping that the other teams lost around us so that we could still win promotion and come first. Unfortunately, the team behind us won their game, and that team was no other than Nordvarmlands. What? They got promoted. They won. They didn't beat us. All season, they didn't beat us. We drew with them and we beat them. So, they went up as champions. So, we can only go up by playoffs now. We can only go up by playoffs. And guess what? The other team won as well. So, we dropped within that one game, after 13 games unbeaten, we lost the last 2 games to teams we should never have lost to. And guess what? Fell out of the first position and the second playoff position and finished 3rd. That's still nothing to do with this, by the way. But you can tell we're still in the league because it says Swedish Second Division, Norra Gotaland. We're still playing in that league. So, we're now going to go over to the table and see exactly what happened there. So this is how the season finished. As you can see, 2 points behind Nordvarmlands, who won, and 1 point behind Huskvarna, who won as well. And we literally bottled it. I've never seen a team bottle it as much as these did. 13 games unbeaten, then we lose to the 2 of the worst teams in the league. Absolute jokes. 20 goal difference. We had a better goal difference. We had equal goals for as the champions, but we conceded less. Absolutely ridiculous. Huskvarna, I can't remember. Did we beat them? Huskvarna. We didn't beat Huskvarna. Did we lose to them both times? Well, that's not even them. That's why. We lost to them once, and we beat them once. 3-1. Beat them 3-1 away and lost 1-0 at home. It's 1-0. Where are we? Yeah, 1-0 at home. So yeah, there we go. Absolute bottle jobs. So where do we go from there? Like, so I was like, the idea, most of the way through that season, I was like, right, so this is going to be possibly the last season. I'll see where everyone wants to do, whether we stay here for another season, sort of get them to, you know, be secure and safe in the next division up before we leave, or do we leave them now we've got promoted? Because we did take them from a relegation battle to a promotion, so that's a job. That's a successful job in my eyes. And then this bottle job just threw everything out the window. So then I was like, I don't want to not get promoted with them. I want to stay with them until they get promoted. But I also don't want to stay with a team that can't afford anyone, or they couldn't even afford to put me on my coaching badges. I asked twice, once at the end of the first season and once halfway through the second season when we were doing really well. No, they said. So I put it to the people on Twitch. I said, what we're going to do is we're going to ask them if they'll give us, if they want to give us a new contract, which they offered us a new contract. If they want us to sign a new contract, they have to give us a coaching badge. So they gave us a coaching badge, which we've now successfully passed, and we're here for a third season. We are a few games into the third season, so it's just one of them. We're just going to have to see how it goes. But now we have to get promoted this season. We're leaving this season regardless. So if we don't get promoted now, after such a good last season, bar the last 2 games, we're just going to have to just call it a day and see where else we can go. We're probably going to stay around, in or around Scandinavia anyway. I'd like to stay here for a little while. But once we leave these, we will be doing a proper search for a new team. We'll be looking at the ground and stuff on Google and, you know, doing all that good stuff. But at the minute, this is where we're at. We've gone from a relegation team to a team chasing promotion, and a team that probably should have been promoted but bottled it right at the death. If we bottle it again, that's it. We're calling it quits here. I'd rather not. I'd rather leave with a promotion or some kind of cup win. We're not in any cups. We don't play anything. All we play is league games. Play 26 games a season. That is it. So promotion is pretty much the only thing we can win, and we've come so close, 2 points away from it. It was just a bit gutting. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, guys. If you're new around here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And we've got plenty of experiments and other good stuff coming on my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to watch this series live, Twitch, Saturdays and Thursdays. I don't know why I've said it that way around. Thursdays and Saturdays is probably better. From 8 o'clock, I am live with some beginner to winner. At the moment, we are still with Vanasborgs, depending if you're watching this soon after or a week or 2 later. If it's a week or 2 later, we're probably somewhere else. But we are still with Vanasborgs as we speak. So it'd be great to see you there. If you want to hit me up in the messages, feel free to drop me a message below and I'll always try and get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You've been great. I've been Kylex. Peace out.